A brief summary by Jamie for Part 11.
Universal and spiritual truths can only be grasped by exalted minds depending on the level of spiritual growth or evolution. Language, then, as opposed to mental communication, is a poor vehicle to convey wisdom from the highly evolved.
June 15, 2014, 4 p.m.
Well, we are the Mancharians, and we will start early of a very few minutes, if we like. Are you there, Euthyrnia Sela, child?
I have scribed down your words, Mancharians. On the ready and at your service. It is now 3:59 p.m.
Good then, Euthyrnia. Take out this dialogue and we will begin this segment, Jamie. Place in the 4 o'clock hour.
This dialogue should have been not part of the writ. Our apologies. 4 p.m.
Nottingham, Virginia, is the respite of the entire Western Navy, and though we do not allow ourselves to become involved in political drama, due to the concisement that, on your world, most all drama has to do with fighting one another as soldiers, and war getting the most of you nowhere, except those of you, certain of you off your high horse, we do from time to time expose the little known result of your fighting one another nature, which serves only at times to bring disaster upon the land, the sea, and the skies, as well as disaster upon yourselves. Very good, you say, but Mancharians, what do you, with your highfalutin ways, really know about what goes on down here in the hinterlands? Well, dear ones, we could radicalize your own earth, if you would but let us with a different and diverse type of warfare, a meaningful warfare, a warfare which would not so much destroy the mind and figure, but rather a warfare for the sake of your minds, a warfare to destroy the illusion you have for so many generations, been fed by the radicalism of conscious derailment of the senses, brought on by the darkened forces, and because we would always win, for the day out is the day in, and in that day will come the most ungregarious epitome, which in our words simply means ungrevious toward your mind, heart, soul, and body. But when will we win for the hearts and souls of human at this level, save for a few of you, a bare few? That war to be won for your very souls to be made to advance, will be taking place right in front of your earlobes, as you listen tentatively to the tapes being made at this very instant, in your future equality with one another, races, and sexes, and intellectuals, as well as book reading being, also equality of higher learning. And it is then we will eventually win you back into our breasts, because we are the creators of your chakras, and we deem ourselves more than fit, to reclaim the all of you with your dowries of intellect and good conscience, right back where you belong. Where each one of you belong. Please bold capital italic, Jamie, our boy. So, now for the newest topic of the day. The Bullstrom Institute. The first 5 books of the Commanders at Large is put upon the shelf of the Institute, but away from the cobwebs, which enlist all kinds of blueprints over there in the north wing of the Smithsonian Brigade. Ye all know of that, ye certain ones, of which we speak. Good. Comply, and you will not falter in your incarnational journey. Fight us and we win. Good. Next topic will be for the fishes in the dormitory. They take flight even when the days of the bee stings, and the year and the proverb of old Solomon, who never existed among the rattlers, didst mean the best was coming for the old man last, and that is why the Hebrews adored David. So much for that. Now back to the universal structure, hey, as you say, and what did the fern learn from the fruit tree, lads? Once upon a long, long time ago, there was an apricot fruit tree. And unlike the lemon, produced a hybrid of peach apples. And marionettes tied to the wing of a flight aeroplane, decided to pick the fruit until none were left but the fig bush. And it was a long time reminder of its brethren, the charcoal bush, growing high and large in what is now known as Alaska. And the rabbit trailed behind the louse anger bush, and together the merry men of Scotland decided to pick the lemon and lime and cultivate them by splicing them together. However, with this manager the great fern bush grew large, and giant feces which were to make it all the stronger, in self-proclamation of self-fertilization. Many others join the fern against the winnowing of its compatriots, and the end result and parable of this story has many injunctions, we know, with so many stories within and clues, that we decided to cauterize all those filaments of storyline, the web, and leave you with this decision. Man thinks himself/herself right out of creation. And the more man/woman decide they know better, of how to beget the crowd and layer of the mammoth rain/subterranean forested regions, man will eventually take of him/herself out of circulation, whilst the plant life, wherever it can be found, will continue in adapting to its own needs and variances, and due to the intellect of all creation, the plant life will succeed in places where man/woman will eventually perish. Take for instance a man/woman and a cactus. The man/woman will carry a canteen or ride a camel with the 4 water sacks, and then will perish when the camel is dried off all its water, and the dung being dried eventually runs out, for burning as kindling. Wet-crusted camel manure, dear ones, will explode taking with it all hope of further heat for life, whereas a cactus plant will spinal the very depths of the ocean beneath it, and its reservoir of noctulus liquid will keep the needles firm and strong, and even pliable for stitching a quilt if one would need it instead, in the cold of the dead of night. The man/woman will walk aimlessly throughout the desert, but few will survive, while the camel and the stalked cacti will just as soon feed one another not, but instinctively ration out their own fine water supply until another be found. Both in this area are the more astute over the consumption of man/woman, and it is for this sense that we, the creators, have designed both body and soul of the camel, with long-lasting cocaine mixed to keep up their spirits, as you so erroneously say, which is a mixture of potential water serum of coal dust out of the earth, mixed with fine sand and a little bit of help from the tulip plant, which we have embedded deep into the soil of each deserted region. And after all, our friends, where have you ever seen such an experience of total euphoria, than a thirsty man/woman who needed a real kick in life to make it over the top of the next sand dune? That is all you can stomach today of our parable, and in conscientious effort do we salute thee each one of you, who state your foremost desire is to serve the creators by being creators of your own to the good and positive measure. Please sign off at our enlistment please, Commander Cortez Sentana-Ries, Jamie, boy, for our will has always been as your command. Git staff, Aramil Arctica 4. We will give to you the rest later. Out. Mancharians at Flagstaff, Arizona, for a spell of time, to sort out the mess ye ones over there have now erroneously created. 4:40 p.m.
Tying off for the Mancharians of Gitstaff, Aramil Arctica 4 and Telepathic Wave Frequency Sphinx 3, signing off 4:41 p.m. Over and out.
Scribed by the hand and pen of Athrania Sela Sentana-Ries Cortez.
As a postscript to the above scribed material, this audio version retains the symbol or punctuation / and let it sound as it was originally written, as in man/woman, because we are not at liberty to alter the texts as originally scribed. In that sense, let man/woman or any similar sequence mean man and woman.